This is going to be a video showing how I made the Luigi's Mansion 3, I think the game's called, case. Like I made here, I'm going to show you exactly how I made this. I'm actually going to make a second one. And it's pretty cool how I made this one. It's usually an old pad line about. But this I'm going to do the proper green colour. Well, close as possible to Luigi's green colour. And what I use also, we need masking tape is the most thing you need for doing the detailing like this. To make the locks, you use Velcro and old shopping bag straps. I'm going to have to get some off an old shopping bag soon. There's the Velcro straps. Wool, no, not wool, it's cotton and needles doing some sewing if you're sewing the Velcro onto it, if it doesn't want to stick with the stuff that comes with it. Hinges for making make the lid hinge open and closed. Mix of Sharpies, mainly just brown and black mainly, but I do need a whole bit. Latex gloves or something, not latex, so any type of rubber gloves. Ruler for doing lines. White and green card or paper for doing the Luigi L, and some sort of respirator we're going to be using to do the when you do painters. I will show a brand new filter here. This actually one's expiring next month actually. And any type of respirator, just using an old gas mask, it'll work better as a brand new respirator. The first thing I'm going to show will be painting. I'm going to go quickly put the camera down, set it up in the laundry where they've got the plastic and stuff in there. Put my rubber gloves on the respirator and show you what you do to paint this up. And so I'm just going to look at when I paint it when I do some painting. Hope you can hear me through the respirator. But I'm actually in the laundry. I've put paper, put this bag up on the wall I use for painting. And there's all sheets on here to paint on top of. But I'm going to show you what you do to paint. Put this paint up. The reason why I use latex gloves to do this is because you can pick the stuff up and your hands are covered. Last time I did this, I had to pick it up. My hands are covered in paint. Now, I forgot to mention, if you're under 18 when doing this, you have to get your mum or dad to buy the paint for you and get your mum to do this type of thing because it is quite strong, this paint. Now, the stuff I mentioned on this video may not be available in all stores around the world, like where I live in Australia. I got most of this in $2 stores. And came up for the box of the Sharpies and bunnies for the paint. There's that painted up with green. I'll move that out of the way while I paint the entire box now. This is going to be a multiple part. I'll paint on the camera now, so I've just tucked it with my glove with the paint on it. So this is an old camera, so I don't really care about this one, but I will clean it off. Now, this is a train channel. This is a type of creation video you'll see when I make something on this channel. So if you think you can make it, you look up and see, you won't see much of this happening on this channel. I think it's too green for a Luigi, to be honest. It's this one. They haven't already worked out the Luigi Mansion 3, is it called that, or Haunted Mansion 3? It's one of my favourite games, Mario and Super Mario, actually, characters in it. Had passed the entire game, if anyone's wondering. filter's not actually working too good. I can still smell this paint through the filter because it's not even working right. I'm trying to see where this paint. Now I'll come back in a few hours time when this is hard enough for the next coat. But I'll come back up doing the grain stripes and see the possibility of that, but I will leave this to dry for a couple of hours. I will paint it again off camera, but then I will show you the grain bit going once that's after the second coat's been dried off. So that's the green layer I've done, so I'll come back in a short hour or two, so you put the other bit on. I've just painted the Luigi box, not this one but the other one. To make that Luigi logo for it, you get yourself a bowl. Will give you a decent sized logo, like that. You put it on the paper and draw 2 circles and cut them out. Then to make the Luigi L, you look up the picture and you trace it around. The best idea is to draw it in reverse and then cut it. So then the pencil must be in reverse. When you cut it out, it'll be the right way around. So I'll do that shortly and trace the Luigi logo L and show you that on camera after I've traced it out. What I've done is I've cut out the circles and I've cut out the Luigi L. I'm actually looking at this picture backwards because it's easier to do it backwards. If you make it with a pencil, it'll be on the back of that. You see the lines, but if we put it that way, it's going to be the proper way is that way. You won't notice pencil marks on it. When I glue it together, you won't notice. So that's the one for the second box. I'm going to put it up there. But also for Halloween, when I dress up as a Luigi, I'm going to carry this round as well. It's like the one in the Mario movie, but it's a green. This is actually a railroad lamp. What I'm actually going to do is I'm not going to glue these on. I'm going to glue them temporarily on there, make some Luigi L's and stick them over like that to cover over the V line. They look awesome when I finish that as well. For the next bit you do, you go around the make a square with the masking tape. So this green part's going to be covered where the tape and newspaper is. And when I paint it silver on here, this will go silver, but you'll have a nice green square like it shows on this one. Now I'll make strap lines later on. Well, I should have done that. I could have done that now actually, while I paint it. Yeah, I found out now actually, but not on that side. I'll do on the other side. I'll make these lines. And it'll look like a proper thing ready, so when I paint it, it'll be all there. So I'll be doing that. And I'll show you when I paint it what it looks like. This is the other bit I've done. I've done this bit where it's going to be green here, green on this square, and green here. So this will give you the look of the straps here and here. Maybe this one's not going to be copyright. I should start a newspaper print. I'll be doing one more. I think I did it on the bottom like that. Yeah, I did do it on the bottom like that. So I'll be doing one on the bottom like this, and one on the same on the side of this side as well. And same here, and they'll be done. And on the lid, when the lid's dry, I'll be doing the exact same thing and painting that. But when I paint it, I'll be using that silver stuff, that silver paint got there. So I'll finish off the marking and I'll show you me painting it. That's what I've done so far. I've actually masked it right round on all the sides with the tape. And on the top of the box as well. So when I paint this, it'll get this effect of this stuff. Metal sides. I'm filming on the camera. This is what I've done so far on this box. I've masked out all the sides on this box with newspaper and masking tape to get that effect of the briefcase up in the game. Like it's on my other one. And all I have to do is put the hinges on, put the Velcro straps on, it'll be completed. But I'll probably complete the rest of this tomorrow afternoon. Because it's about, what is it? 45. Oh yeah, 7:20. I was out from here. And so what I'm going to do now is to show you the scene when I paint this with the silver greyish paint, and then I'll give up, let it sit overnight to dry, and I'll do a coat. And about 9 o'clock I'll paint it and then leave it overnight to cure for the whole night, and then I'll take the tape off and show you the finished bit before I put the logos on and do the next hinges and all that. Right now I'm in my laundry room and I'm going to paint this. Put the diamond green where the paste just moved. That didn't, fluffy. But I'm going to put the camera down so I don't get the panel all dirty with paint. Hope you can hear me through the respirator again. As you can see, I've painted off the box quite good. With the silver paint, it has come out quite good. On all sides. And that side. Like when I'm doing this, I'm actually wearing this respirator so I don't actually breathe in the paint fumes. But now I'm going to leave this for an hour and then come back and give it another coat of the silver paint in an hour. So that's the stage 1 done. And it worked. Right now, after I've taken the masking tape and all that off, you can see how the designs come out. That one had a this side had a render's mistake. What happened to it? I didn't mask it properly, and the paint went with grey paint when I repainted that side. And I forgot to mask this end off when I was painting it grey, and I painted the whole thing grey, so I had to mask that off and do it. So you see how it's still that funny look. So if I'm going to repaint that with the spray paint in a later date. Probably tomorrow I'll do the detail after doing the detail work. I'm going to start doing the detailing work now with my Sharpie and ruler. So I'll do that now. Now glued the put the black line details and glued the Luigi L on there. What I'm going to do now is take the box lid off, put the hinges on, and I can't quite see. I probably can. And the other hinges went on, so I'll probably put them on like that on the back. So when I open up the thing, it'll fold down. Yep, I'm going to put them on exactly like that, and then it'll look actually awesome. Next thing I've done here is put the hinges on. One there, one there. The next thing I'm going to do the rest of this tomorrow. Now I'm going to be adding the Velcro here. Velcro in the straps come down, locking the box up. And getting a handle, put a handle on here, like I did with the other one up there. And then carry it round. But this is my setup I've just done so far. So now I've made the holes on the box for the handle. And I've recorrected that error here where I had the paint with the dodgy lines. I repainted it a few minutes ago. Same on the other side. Now the Luigi logo on top. I'm going to have to make something to make some spaces. What we'll put on that on there, and it will space the handle. And the screws will tighten that hole on there tightly so it doesn't come off. I did on the other one. Over there. Then I've got to make the holder stretch with Velcro on that. I'm probably using an old Sharpie like that, what I did last time to make it up. It worked. And to the side what I'm up to so far, so I'll do some more footage when I complete the handle and get me into the Velcro. Now I've got the handle fitted. Or I used the Sharpie. I had an old one was running, it was out of ink, so I just cut it in half and it made the spaces up. And I'll open up to you where the screws go through off from. Now you go through from this side. Last time I made one of these, I actually popped these poppers out and filled it with putty and paint. I didn't really work, so I just left the poppers in place on that, so I didn't have to have the holes. It looks good so far, but it's not finished yet, so I'm just going to put I didn't paint the hinges either, I'm going to leave them silver, so because they're quite difficult to paint. So I'm going to leave it like this until I do the next half. I've probably got to put the Velcro on. Which I might do the Velcro now on one half, but I have to get some things to make the straps up for this. Now I've put the Velcro straps on this now. So what they are, this is old bag straps. They got Velcro underneath them. And they're screwed onto the top of the lid, as you can see. Let me zoom that camera back up. Now I've got grooves there. They won't be noticeable on the lids on, as you can see, so I'm not really bothered about the grooves. Screws down like that. That holds it down and locks it. Not really locks it, but holds it closed and carrying it. This one's actually come out exactly like I wanted it to come out. So this is a video how to make the is it Ouija horn on the wall? You can see what it's got. It's got the post up on the wall, so actually you can see what it's called. It's Luigi's Mansion 3 box, as it's called. But that's what I just made now. They're actually custom made. Posters actually got them made up. From Kmart. You just got this got the picture, and just made it into a poster, and it worked out for me wall perfectly. But this is what I actually made up. Took me a day to do it, but did come out. Like I will mention this: if you ever think of doing it with spray paint, remember to use some type of respirator. That's what I actually used, and this is regular old gas mask. It still works perfectly. The 40mm filter just there to block the paint fumes, and I painted it very carefully. Also use some latex gloves as well to stop your hands from getting all dirty from the paint as well. So last time I made the other one, I had it covered in paint and it took me out to get it off. So this is my Luigi Mansion 3 box. Made up as I show this video how to do it. Right, I've done this. What I've done to the box, now see the I don't know what they call them, copper, brass, like round things on the side on the box. I've actually put that on there now. These are actually, what do they call these, drawing pins? I'm saying it correctly. I put them all on the corners, as you can see, and they look actually cool as. I think I've missed one on the other, I just noticed, so did I? Yeah, no I didn't. Then some on the bottom's not the same as well. Don't care about these little spots, so that's going to be seen when it's sitting on a bench anyway, because it'll be facing this way anyway. It looks upside down, so I'm holding the box upside down. The only problem I have to fix out, I forgot this one-handed, holding a camcorder. The pins just come right through, as you can see. So I'll probably have to fire them down with a file, or put a wooden bottom in here so it actually stops it from going on my fingerprint in here. Because that one's got the straps behind Luigi up there, that one up here actually has straps in it for my Nintendo Switch to be held in. And I still got and I did miss some finer details on this, and I probably will do it later in the future, is put these like bracket type things on here. But as I made this, made it homemade. I'm going to try something in the near future with make another one of these in the near future. But I'm actually going to make it with my welder and stainless steel, with stainless steel pieces of metal you can buy. I'm going to try and make one completely out of metal, make a metal version of this if I can. And a wood version if I can as well. To spam it if I can do that. I want to do have myself an arc welder, so I might actually try and actually make myself a metal case version out of metal. So that's my homemade Luigi Mansion 3 box, showing you how you can make one of these. But it might depend what's place in the world you are, because it might be different. Because here in Australia, I got most of the parts, like I mentioned, in a $2 shop, Kmart and Bunnings. I know the UK, if you live in the UK, there's Bunnings, you can probably get spray paint in there. You can't be able to see places Kmart over there. I know they do £2 stores there we can get parts like I got. But if you can get, I'll copy in America, we get the same stuff in Walmart and local hardware stores over there as well. Because it comes out quite good actually. But I'd use light green this time, and I don't always use that green. This is actually Freight Australia type colour. What's that local freight company colour of the locos over here? Use that, so I had some left over from a train product, so I did use that one. But that's how you can make one of these Luigi Mansion 3 boxes.